Why are today's modern women so angry? This is the plight of American women, especially divorced American modern women. Why are you guys so angry? What can we do to remedy the situation? Coming up next. Welcome to Rewind, my new online digital platform. Before we go any further, I want to take care of some housekeeping. I want you to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I want you to be one of my handsome maniacs. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when a video is uploaded each and every week. And don't forget to click on the link in the description below of my new hit suspense novel, The Third Rail. The Third Rail, available on Amazon.com. Online dating will never be the same. Online dating can get you killed. Get my new hit suspense novel, The Third Rail, and tell me if you received a copy in the comments of my new hit novel, The Third Rail. News and views happening within the week. Rewind with Tommy Handsome. Let's get right to it. Why are today's modern women so angry? Why are today divorced women so angry? What are you angry about? Are you angry about us? Are you angry about black men? Are you angry because we're dating outside of our races? Are we angry, or should I say, are you angry because we're good? We're good. But are you angry because we're going to the Caribbean and finding women? Or we going to the African continent and finding women? How come American men are finding women outside of the United States? How come American women are angry, disgruntled, physically like you want to fight us? Why are you so angry? Especially divorced women. One thing I noticed, that women that have gotten a divorce, these are the same women that did not remarry, but their ex-husbands remarried. I wonder why. Let's roll these clips.
I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me. $326 a month. Because he's not working. Because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week, approximately, is how many hours he works per week. Grown man. Grown, able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about, says he works 15 hours a week, which I think is kind of a high estimate. I'd put it more at like 0 hours per week.
You notice that these women all of a sudden regret getting divorced. These women regret saying to their husbands, I want out. But these are the same women that were complaining in the relationship. One thing I find amazing, that in the beginning, you couldn't wait to get married. You got married in your early 20s, got married in your mid to late 20s. Most of you got married very early in life. But reality set in. Reality set in and stated what? That marriage needs work. It takes work sometimes. It shouldn't have to be that way, but marriage today takes work. And you thought it's going to be an easy road. The problem with modern women, that women believe a fairy tale. This goes back to when you was a kid. When you was a kid, there was fairy tales. And you women still live in a fairy tale life as adults. And the fairy tale, it started out with the simple phrase, once upon a time. Then all of a sudden you go through this fairy tale and you find your Prince Charming, and it ends with a phrase, they lived happily ever after. Notice the beginning of the fairy tale, once upon a time, the end of the fairy tale, and they lived happily ever after. You think that life is a bunch of roses. You think life with your man, with your husband, this married life that you couldn't wait to get into, it was going to be something that was going to be fun, happy, live happily ever after. But reality sets in. What is reality? You got bills to pay. What is reality? In this day and age, for the most part, women have to work. It wasn't like back in the days when men were the breadwinners. But a lot of times now, women are the breadwinners. A lot of times now, women have to work just as hard as men to make a living. Another thing that you don't see in fairy tales, that you have kids. Not one, but two, sometimes more. And these kids can wreak havoc on your life. I see women saying to themselves, I was working all day. I go home with the kids. I got to do their homework. I got to bathe them. I got to feed them. It's like living in this fairy tale like Cinderella, when all her sisters did what? Made her do all the chores. And that's part of the fairy tale that you women fail to realize that it's not a fairy tale. This is the real world. So either you're in or you're out. And these same women complain that they can't find a man. These same women complain that they can't get married, but you wanted to get married so early in your life. You wanted to get married so bad and didn't realize the repercussions of actual married life. 80% of women file for divorce. 80%. And the same 80% of women complain when they are divorced. It's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. You cannot have it both ways. What I stated before, when you flip a coin, you get heads or tails. You don't get both. The problem with you modern women, you want both. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. It doesn't work that way. Women, you got to wake up in this day and age. Women, you got to realize that this is reality. Don't complain when you wanted to get married so early in your life. Don't complain when you file for divorce. And don't complain when you're lonely because you file for divorce.
I have friends and family that always tells me, you're so lucky to be single and have no kids. You're living the life. But I got something to show you. Sorry to say, but the lucky one are you. Because you have somebody who's waiting for you at home, whether it's your husband or your kids, whether they drive you crazy, whether you feel like you don't got time for yourself. Believe me, the lucky one is you. At least you could eat on the table full of people who loves you, not by yourself. Living in an empty house, not having nobody to cater to. So think twice.
And these same women are the women that said that they don't need a man. And all of a sudden, just like I said, reality sets in. You need a man. Who's going to mow your lawn? Who's going to fix your roof? Who's going to take your car to the shop? Who are going to do these things? If you hear somebody downstairs, like a burglar, who are you going to call? Your husband? Oh, my bad. You don't have a husband. These are the things that's life. These are the things that set in. But you are the one that say what? You don't need us. And then when you try to deal with life and life issues, all of a sudden you're crying. You're sad. You're alone. Now all of a sudden you need us. But a lot of you women hit the wall. A lot of you women waited too long. You partied, you did this, you did that. Now that clock is ticking. That clock is ticking like the clock you see on 60 Minutes. And that clock ticks louder and louder as you get older and older. Men, women, tell me what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this scenario about modern women getting divorced and complaining that they're divorced. But 80%, like I said before, of you women wanted this to happen. Ladies, gentlemen, you want unfiltered analysis of videos just like this. I want you to do one thing for me. We on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Become part of the Handsome Maniacs. Become a part of this program. Hit the Handsome Maniacs. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when the video is uploaded each and every week. You're watching Rewind.